see that we're talking to everybody around the world. If you just join me, nice to see you. My name is Dave Crane, broadcasting live all about Speak on Stage and about our incredible promotion about my book, which is this one. I've mentioned it before many times. Thought Leaders Playbook. Can you see that? It goes all invisible. I don't know why it's going invisible. Maybe because it's a ghostly book, but it's not. It's really effective to be able to launch your career in 2025. If it's the first time you join me, then welcome to the show. We're broadcasting across LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I've had the most amazing day of VIP mentoring and talking to people all around the world to be able to raise their game. And also a huge project has just dropped on my lap, which I can't tell you about until it's all signed off. But when I do, you go, oh my goodness, Dave, that's amazing. 2025 is the year for you. If you grab it properly and do amazing things with it, I'll show you exactly what you can do. But on today's episode, we're going to be sharing some memories of Davos. If you didn't see the full documentary, then it's available somewhere on LinkedIn and on YouTube. Also get some great testimonials about the Thought Leaders Playbook from some of the best thought leaders on the planet. And also, today is going to be look at the Q&A, the questions I've been asked, and I'm going to share with you all about VIP mentoring and also how to get the very best of a mentor. I'll be sharing some ideas and some concepts with you and answering the questions of people saying, Dave, what do I do if this happens? But what is this? Let's find out. This is Speak on Stage. And as always, live and across the world. So right now, if I tell you what time it is, it's 8:24 p.m. in Dubai. And I had a couple of meetings yesterday with various people that are going to be popping onto the podcast in the future, and they're all based in the US. In fact, one person didn't even turn up because she turned up just as I was ready to go to bed. And she said, right, I'm good here. I said, no, it was actually 12 hours ago you meant to turn up. You got your clock completely wrong, and I'm going to bed now. So I had to rearrange everything to do more. But that's happened. That's part of the life when you're broadcasting across the globe and reaching lots of different people, which is always fascinating. So it's a pleasure to have you here. I'm going to share some stuff with you, which I think you'll find useful. As always, going to show you the fact that if you go to here, you've got my book, The Thought Leaders Playbook. That's what we're talking about today. A book I launched in Davos earlier in the year and is now available on Amazon. But more than anything, pushing towards New Year and certainly for Christmas, if you haven't bought yourself something, but you might want to buy it for somebody else, we're going to be looking at how you can get this to really invigorate and guarantee success in 2025. If you want to know how to do it, you need to go to this QR code, which is here. And if you're watching on a digital device of some account, which it must be because it's connected to the internet, just scan it or press it and it should take you to a web page. What does a web page look like? I'll show you in a second. The web page, when you go to it, should look exactly like this. You see that there? That's the Thought Leaders Playbook. And as if magic brought it here, that's the landing page when you see it. So it's got the book there, and you get to see all the incredible stuff that's available for you. We've already talked about the methodology. We've talked about the promotions. And by the way, all these different things here. The mindset wellness ecosystem is a number of hypnosis audios. And I used to be a hypnotist, and I worked for many years traveling around the world. You probably don't know about me as a hypnotist, do you? Okay, I've been a hypnotist now for about 20 years, and the story came about when I was a DJ for many years, and I decided that what I wanted to do was reinvent myself to be something different, and part of being different was if you're a DJ, you got to work audiences, but I didn't want to be working in clubs and bars forever, because as you get older, and you got family, and you care about the fact that sleep is kind of useful. We don't want to DJ every night. You want to be able to do your cabaret act and go. But what can you do as a cabaret act? What can you do to invigorate and get paid the same as a DJ is working all night? And when you do your cabaret, you get paid the same amount and leave. And I thought, I want to be a stage hypnotist. So I went to Vegas and I trained to be a stage hypnotist. And I had the most amazing experience, and I created things that I'm going to share with you and a little bit more to talk about. But if you just wondering what it's like to be a hypnotist, I'm going to share with you a clip of me on stage in the Madnat Theatre. In fact, I'll show you a clip of me in Monaco, Monte Carlo, hypnotizing a group of people. It was a very VIP night, a huge event, where I hypnotized some people to be able to speak fluent Martian, just to prove that I'm not making it up. Here you go. And you can see how long ago it is, because as you can see, there's grey and black in my hair. In those days, I was a natural blonde. What do you mean natural blonde, Dave? Shut up, just watch it.
Two people who are getting married in the very first ever experience of intergalactic marriage. What's your name?
Lenny Kutumushu.
Okay. you can speak English as well. So what's your name in English?
Tomasz.
Tomasz. Okay. What's your Martian name? And in Martian, what is it you're doing on Mars? Okay. Now, if I can get you to stand here, because I need you to translate for me. You have this beautiful Martian wife. What's her name?
Anna.
Calm down. So, you're gonna get married. Obviously, how long have you been together? In English?
12 years.
12 years. And so, why did it take you so long to get married? Can you ask your wife, your wife to be, why it's taken so long for her to accept a marriage? What'd she say?
I know. She's using dialect.
Can you ask your beautiful wife what it was that first attracted her to you?
Je connais des locomotions.
Don't have to translate that.
So there you go, just to prove that it does work when you go on stage and you do hypnosis shows. And people often say to me, but they're faking, aren't they? I promise you, we're not faking. So when I talk about the mindset and wellness ecosystem, which is a number of hypnosis audios to get you to deal with stress and visualize your success in the future and get over imposter syndrome, these create an ecosystem for you to be able to be more successful in the future. It doesn't matter what the world throws at you, you'll be able to keep yourself on track and focus because you'll know that it's all real for you because you're creating it as you go. The VIP mentoring and personal branding accelerator is what I want to talk about today, and the Side Hustle Starter Pack, and also the Storyteller Mastery Group. I'm getting people calling me all the time about joining them. A number of them are available for you right now. You can download them and use them straight away. Just go to the QR code as I mentioned, and you can get the whole bundle for under $1,000, which is what I'm talking to you about right now for your very special birthday gift, or it might be you want to start yourself going the right way in 2025, or it might be you want to give it as a gift to somebody. I don't know. It's up to you, really. You'll be able to find out the best way, most effective way to be able to help yourself and also help others at the same time. So with that being said, let's have a little look at the accelerator, which is what you get when you join me with the VIP mentoring. The Personal Branding Accelerator is a series of 5 modules that really do raise your game. And then we'll go to Q&A and find out all about the questions that people asking me about VIP mentoring and how to get a great mentor and what difference it will make to you, including your personal brand. If you're a decision maker who's worried you're wasting time missing out on great clients or even losing money, you can fix it immediately with the Personal Branding Accelerator program. I help game changers like you build a personal and business brand that automatically attracts clients who want to invest in you. Imagine waking up and feeling unstoppable because your ideas turn into dollars every time. Get booked onto podcasts, master LinkedIn, and attract clients immediately with the Personal Branding Accelerator program and discover the future successes you deserve right now. So there you go, that's the Personal Branding Accelerator, which is part of the special gift pack that you get when you book with me to do our VIP mentoring sessions. So what kind of questions are we talking about? I'm going to share them with you in a moment. If you just joined us, by the way, welcome to the broadcast. I've been doing the last couple of days, actually, because I just bought a new computer, which means I can go live all the time. So broadcasting across LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook. Feel free to share this and send your comments. And wherever it is around the world that you're watching, please feel free to just share with me. Dave, we're here. And I'll go, where are you? I don't know. I'm in a box. I can't rescue you, but apart from that, I'd love to know kind of where you were when you last remember before you got inside the box. So the Thought Leaders Playbook Q&A session, welcome to it. And also this is Speak on Stage, just in case you didn't know, which is a podcast I do, which is available on various different places. Just need to go to Spotify, and Spotify, yeah, Spotify, and also to iTunes and various other places you get your podcasts from. So with the Q&A section, we normally do about 1 or 2 questions, maybe 3 if you're very, very lucky indeed. And let's see. So first question's here, and I'll go to the big screen to be able to do it. Hello to Dave Kavanagh, who's watching in Thailand. The guy is a genius and one of the nicest people I've ever met. So it's good to see you, Dave, as well. Always a pleasure, my friend. So the question is, this one's from Alicia in Brazil, who's a social media strategist who should know the answers to all this stuff. What's the first step in building a personal brand? That's a great question, by the way, Alicia. So when you're building a personal brand, I would say what you're going to do is work out, first of all, there's a couple of steps you need to work out. Who you are, and I know you're a lot of different things, but who your audience is and what part of you they need to know about. Because we're lots of different things. For me, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a friend, I'm a mentor, I'm a coach, I run memberships, I do lots of different things. I'm an entertainer, I'm a stage hypnotist, as you've already seen earlier in today's show. I'm an MC, I'm a huge fan of football, lots of different things, but you've got to work out who your audience is and what they want to see from you. And from that, you can work out what it is that you need to build in your personal brand, and also the way that you've got to form it so they can get the very best out of you. So, for instance, if you're going down a particular route that doesn't entertain them, doesn't engage them, doesn't make them want to do any business with you, then you're building the wrong kind of personal brand. And here's the thing, if you don't drive your personal brand, other people will drive it for you. So you want to be in charge of it. You want to create it. I've mentioned this before, and Lisa, you'll know about this anyway. The minute you decide to open any platform on social media, and the minute you start creating anything on a platform, whether you comment or don't comment, even if you get and you book the name on LinkedIn and you put nothing on it, that starts people to think about your brand. And when they arrive to check you out after they've met you or got your business card or been involved in some kind of sales transaction, whatever it is, if they look at your brand on LinkedIn and they see that you can't be bothered to do anything with it, then that tells them a lot about how you can't be bothered to do anything with them when you start working with them. And you can turn around and say, no, but that's not true. I just don't use my LinkedIn profile or any other social media very much. And that might be true, but that doesn't mean that's what people are going to perceive it to be. You drive them, you train them, or they will train you. And what happens, and this is one of the things that's most scary about it, if you don't create a really effective personal brand that people find engaging and want to work with you, and they say, right, this person's fantastic, and they get your stories, and they share them, and so on, they will just go on to the next person. The next person that comes up in the list, and they might not be as good as you, but they will get all the money. They'll get all the kudos, they'll get all the opportunities, and they'll get all the invites to be part of something bigger, all the joint ventures, all the deals, all the partnerships will go to them. Why? Because they really liked you, they really wanted you, but your brand was disappointing when they arrived. So as I mentioned before, you've got here, which is the Thought Leaders Playbook, which is what all this session is really all about. That's my brand new book, which is all about how to drive yourself to be very successful in your career and fast track it so you don't have to do it over 20, 30 years. You can do it in a very short amount of time. And here's a QR code to take you to all the goodies that are available, the special offers and so on. Of course, the bundle is the best one because that's cheaper than everything all bundled together, just to make sure that you get the very best for 2025. Let's go to another question then. Put it on the big screen, and I'll go very small into a small box, which many people would like. Probably Mrs. Crane would as well. Here's a question. How do I stand out on LinkedIn in a competitive industry? That's from Marcus, who's from the UK and works in recruitment as a recruitment specialist. Well, it really depends, Marcus. It depends on which industry you're in and how you want to be competitive. Because everybody who goes onto LinkedIn has an agenda. LinkedIn used to be seen as a place where you would go with just your CV if you wanted to look for a job, but now it's a very important part of your brand because people need to be able to see that you do exist and you're not just making it up. And they need to see that when they look at your profile, that you've got trust, authority, and credibility is a major part of what it is that you share with everybody. Now, I'm not going to go to my profile right now, but you can see if you connect with me at Dave Crane Dubai, have a look at that on LinkedIn. You can see how I've optimized mine. So To stand out on LinkedIn, you need to make sure your content is relevant. Now, here's the thing, and this is one of the things I'm going to be working with when we do the storytelling sessions and also doing the VIP mentorship with one-to-ones with people. And they're the things I wanted to talk about today. If you're enjoying the way that I work with this, then imagine what it's like when you and I are working one-to-one. That's what the VIP mentoring is. I've dropped the price right down to make it massively affordable. And also, when you buy the opportunity to work with me to do the VIP mentoring, all the other goodies come for free. That's the pricing of it. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that make it incredibly accessible and lucrative. So when you're creating your LinkedIn, what I used to do is I would, because the algorithm changes. This is what's so mad about LinkedIn. The algorithm over last year, the last 365 days, has changed over 100 times. Sometimes it's about creating the carousels and you flip across and you find a little message in each one. Sometimes it's like doing TikTok videos. Sometimes it's about doing short form messaging. Sometimes it's about long form messaging. Sometimes it's about newsletters. Sometimes it's about using the audio and doing live LinkedIn audios, which disappear at the end of this year, which is very sad. Clubhouse clearly worked during the pandemic, but it's not working so much now. There's a real drive, by the way, for LinkedIn at this moment in time to push people to do live sessions like this, which is one of the reasons I'm practicing doing it and making sure that everything lines up to make it work as well. So when we go back to the original question, then we're talking about the importance of being in a competitive industry. I think that what you need to do is look at what is trending, what people want to see. I use my LinkedIn, or I have used my LinkedIn, so people can see the credibility. When they're working with me or they come across me, they'll look at my LinkedIn and they see that I'm genuinely doing all the stuff I talk about. When I talk about public speaking, I'm public speaking every night at this moment in time leading up to Christmas, or every other night. So you can see what it is I talk about and the fact that you can imagine me being on your stage and discussing lots of things and looking after your event. In fact, I've just been told that I'm going to be hosting Leap, which is I think the world's biggest IT and AI event on the planet. So if you're into cybersecurity or into any other element of plugging something in and seeing how exciting it gets, then Leap Inside is going to be amazing. And I'm really looking forward to doing that. I love doing GITEX as well, and JISEC and all the other ones. So it's a really exciting time to be there. So what you need to do when you're in competitive industry is work out, and I don't spend too long thinking about my competition, because you're not chasing them. You're creating a direct line between you and the clients that you've been working with. So when we talk together and we work on our VIP mentoring, one of the things I'd like to talk to you about is the importance of understanding the roadmap. So what we do is we look at the way that you actually do grow to where you need to be. I'm just dodging from, there we are, I'm in the center of the video, which is fine. So when we're talking about the 6 steps that go into it, this is a system, a roadmap to be able to position you. So whether you're in the preparation stage of creating a foundation about who you are and where you need to be, then you look at the aspiration. What do I need to do, Dave, to be really effective? And then you start driving towards it, then positioning, then refining it, and then owning your space. There are clear steps. And when I work with somebody in VIP mentoring, we go through all those steps and ask a question: where is it? Where are you on this particular step? Where are you on this ladder? Because then we can see a clear direction of where you need to be. If you don't have that, you're just basically sticking your hand in the air, hoping that it might reach something that's got relevance and importance for you. And there's nothing worse than going like that and hoping your career comes through. It doesn't work like that, as you probably guessed. So I hope that answers your question, Marcus. The best way to find out is to book a session with me directly. Go to VIP Mentoring, go to the web page here. You can see it here. There. Just poking it there, sorry. And then we can see how we can work together. I'm going to give one more question. How can personal branding help me attract clients? That's from Kavita from Kenya, who's a wellness coach. Well, coaches probably have the hardest time of anybody, because here's the thing: coaches do one of the most important jobs on the planet, Kavita, as you know, and certainly after pandemic, I think that there's never been a more important time to talk to coaches and get the experience of people to work with you on a one-to-one. But most coaches can't identify how to get to their audience. And when you say to them, who do you work with? Their answer is everybody who blah, blah, blah. Everybody who needs me, everybody wants me, anybody aged from 14 to 45 or 14 to 75, whatever it be. Once you say everyone who, it means no one, because it means you haven't worked out your target audience, you haven't worked out how to help them, and there's no way that you'll be able to narrow down that relationship, that offer, and you're just sending it out, hoping that somebody accidentally comes across you. If you haven't got a strong personal brand, it means it's almost impossible to find out who you are and how to help you and how to work with you. So personal branding means that once they understand who you are, then they'll want to work with you. Let me give you an example about that, by the way, Kavita. So Let's talk about the formula for being paid. I don't know if you know the formula for being paid, but I'll share it with you right now because it's a really important part of when I coach people to find out what the difference is about who they are and how they can get a great impact with their potential audience. The formula for being paid has two things in it. First of all, the effect of what you do, and secondly, how cheaply you can be replaced by somebody else. So think about that again. The effect of what you do, so you know the job that you're called in to do, and also how cheaply can I get somebody else who does stuff like you. So here's where the problem really lies, Kavita. So when we're talking about this, we're saying, well, what do? You're a really good life coach. Can I replace you with somebody else? Yeah, there are tons of life coaches, tons and tons and tons. But how many can turn around and do what you do? Probably not many, but unless you've marketed yourself and positioned yourself with a personal brand that says, I specialize in XYZ, nobody else will know it. And that's what makes it really challenging and really difficult to be able to position yourself and have people turn around and say, oh my goodness, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, you're somebody I want to work with. So I hope that's answered it for everybody. I hope it's kind of put you in a position to be able to make some decisions about where you need to be. I'm going to give you a little sneaky peek of the system I use when I'm talking to people. And hopefully that'll give you an insight into what we're going to be doing when we do work together. Once again, go to here, which is a QR code. Take a look at special offers. They're going to be open for a little while, but we're going to stop it right about Christmas because I want to take a break and enjoy Christmas with my lovely family. The festive season is great. I'll be talking to my mum on Zoom. I'll be just enjoying lying there full of turkey and going, life is good, or whatever I decide to do during those days. But right now is the opportunity to ask me any question, and I promise you I will answer everything you put through. So next we'll have a look at the system. So there we go. I'm going to get the system lined up for you. Where are we? Dave's trying to find it for you, and it's here, I think. Let me just see. Bear with me just a few seconds. No, it's not there. And you see, it's live. If I wasn't live, I'd have sorted it out before then, and you've gone, Dave, that's amazing. And right now you're going, Dave, is it really here? Are you just making it up, or is it just something that you've got in your head? It's your imagination. I promise you, it's completely real. It's just taking a little while for my projecting system to be able to work out what it is I'm doing here. And there we go. And right. See, I told you it was worth waiting for. Let me just go back and share it with you now. So this is a system I use, the Thought Leaders Playbook. And if you remember that curve that I gave you with the road map, then the 6 stages you can see are there. So we take any one, for instance, like let's talk about personal branding. And let's talk about, here's a big challenge for many people. Let's talk about your mindset and how to reinvent your mindset. You've got to ask some really good questions. And this is some of the stuff that I do when I'm coaching people and working directly with them. So reinventing your mindset, which is all about this, recognizing your potential for more from your life. You've got to ask those questions. Identify the areas where you're settling for less in your life. Consider your skills and abilities that are underutilized. Visualize what more from life will actually look like when you get it. Begin acting as if you already have more in position for your life right now. So you start acting like it's a reality for you, and then reflect regularly to track your progress as you go. This is just a sneaky peek of what happens when we do work together. I know it's very quick. You're saying, Dave, what can you explain it? And the answer is no, I'm not going to explain it, but I can tell you that when we start going through all these different things and we work in our VIP mentoring session, then you'll be able to understand exactly how important and effective it is to be able to do this when we're all doing this stuff together. So there we go. Once again, it's great to have you here, and I don't like to overstay the welcome. Do it under 25 minutes. Otherwise, I feel that we've done everything we need to do in one evening. I'll be back again tomorrow. Make sure you join my WhatsApp group. Make sure you have a look at the special offers that are available here on the QR code. I won't read out where the actual website is, but it's available in the post. You can see and just click on it. And I look forward to working with you. I'm going to leave you a testimonial from somebody who's an incredible thought leader, somebody I really admire, somebody who I think is just absolutely incredible. And I'm very proud to say this person has read the book, The Thought Leaders Playbook, and is going to share with you their thoughts on it. And this guy is a genius. He created it was one of the first internet marketing geniuses. Created one of the first books on Twitter, which was I think it was an Amazon and New York Times bestseller, and some other stuff that's just incredible. You can check him out, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Look after yourself. Check out my newsletters. Make sure you sign up for them. They're always effective and they're always really cool stories that I don't share with anybody, but one today is fab. You'll love it. Meanwhile, look after yourself wherever you are in the world, and this is Speak on Stage. Remember, all you got to do is learn to jump and grow wings on the way down. And I'll look forward to working with you directly in 2025 with a storyteller's masterclass to learn how to be really effective in communication, and also working together after that, drafting your story together, but also putting together your brand and getting you onto wherever it is, career, more money, revenue, mindset, or whatever your challenge is. We'll fix it. You'll jump and grow wings on the way down. This is Speak on Stage.
Hey, this is Joel Comm, and I just want to let you know that Dave Crane's Thought Leaders Playbook is a must if you want to be a thought leader in your specialty. He shows you how to cut through the voices around you, telling you what to do so you can hear your own voice. You can follow your own passion, your own creativity, take risks, and become the dominant force in your particular niche. Go grab a copy of the Thought Leaders Handbook right now.